So today, this very long video is going to be a 3 looks, 1 palette. We're just gonna power through the construction that just sounds like somebody banging a hammer on scaffolding with the Too Faced Pumpkin Spice palette. Power through, power through, power through. I'm gonna go ahead and insert a picture of swatches. Pretty proud of how my swatches turned out. They actually look really good. Not to toot my own horn. So I did it from in columns, top to bottom. When I say top to bottom, I started at like the furthest away from my hand. So I'm gonna go ahead and insert the 3 looks. I have pictures that are probably the thumbnails of this 2 and 3. I actually have to take a picture of the look today, but it'll be in the thumbnails. You know, I did not take a picture of the first look. I wish I had. And it ended up coming together. I feel like the first look and the third look, I had some issues coming together, and we're gonna go ahead and talk about those issues. I'm just a little precursor. I'm kind of hit and miss about this palette. If I didn't like fall as much as I did, I don't think I would be a huge fan. But I'll put the looks in and talk about it more in depth after that. So I also have timestamps between each look, what the look is like. The first look is an all matte look with more of the orangey brown shades. The second is a berry look with the palette, and the third is this look, which is like brown and green, which tends to be like what I do for like a fall look. I do this look pretty often. Okay, so this is the first look. This is the second time I've used this. I'm gonna let you know this thing went flying today and didn't break, so A plus for that. I'm zoomed in so you can't see me. I'm gonna do orangey look. I just realized, you know, I'll give my thoughts on this palette, but there is absolutely no orange shimmery shade in a pumpkin spice palette. There's not even a brown shimmer. Like, none of the shimmers actually make sense for pumpkin, so maybe the green, but you know. So we're just gonna roll with it. I'm starting with the shade Whipped Cream. Just putting that under my brow bone. It's the white shade. Then we're just going to go for it and put the shade Pumpkin Spice. That's probably the most actually pumpkin-y shade. I can never do this. How do people do that? The orange, that's right here, because I can't, like, it's just also, I have allergies, I'm really sniffly, so sorry. Now I'm going to add the shade Spice Baby. It's this right under the orange. It's like a warmish brown on the same brush underneath. Playtime. So I'm gonna use ginger spice. It's this one on the lid. I'm just gonna do matte, all matte look. I'm gonna add some more of the orange shade Pumpkin Spice up here. So I feel like it's gotten washed out by the brown, because I did not anticipate that the brown was going to be this dark. You know, if I swatched the colors first, that probably would have helped. Yeah, I'm gonna clean up the edges and put on some eyeliner. I'm gonna use the Maybelline
Master Precise. This is in Forest Brown, so it's a dark brown. I don't think I'm gonna wing, I'm just gonna do some of that, and I will come back and show you the finished look for look 1.
So bad news, guys. I did not turn on my microphone for this. I am just telling you the rest of my details about look number 1. I put on the Maybelline eyeliner and it is very dark brown. It looks almost black. I, on the inner corner, put my Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in the shade Moonstone to give a little bit of shimmer in this all matte look. And I wanted to highlight that I am wearing the e.l.f. Sheer Slick Lipstick. I believe that is what it's called, in the shade. I'll put the shade up on the screen because I can't remember what the name is. It's peachy something. And I am also wearing the Sephora lip liner that I love, that was featured in my favorites video.
Hello everybody, we are on to look 2. So as every look is going to start, we're going to do whipped cream, the white in the under the brow bone. We're going to do the shade Fall For It. Beep, 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 beep. What's this matte? Peachy color. I'm going to use this purple shade in the middle called You Spicy. Not really a spicy shade. And I'm going to put it in the crease but lower. I'm gonna kind of like stamp it at first and then blend. I'm going to take the shade Warm and Cozy. It looks brownish, but it's actually like a deep, it's like a deep, well, on camera it doesn't. It's a deep, plummy color, so I'm gonna put that in the outer corner. And then blend it out. One a piece of me, this shade right here. It's kind of a light purplish color, and I'm gonna put that on the lid. This is what it looks like without all the rest of my makeup and my eyeliner. See, let's see. I really like this one so far, so I'll come back after all my makeup is done and I've done my under eyes and show you the finished look 2. This is the finished look number 2. So, oh, we got a lovely little thing of light there. So, I really like how this turned out. On the lower lash, I just used the light peach shade and then, or actually, no, I used the like violet shade as well as the dark plum, and then I put some Urban Decay purple liner, and I'm wearing the Bareminerals lipstick in Flawless. It's a nice purple shade. And yeah, so that's it for look number 2, and we'll go on to look number 3. As all the looks started, I'm going to take the shade Whipped Cream and put it under my brow bone. The shade Sweetie Pie, it's this like weird, I can't even describe the color that it is. Where is my hand? Where's my finger? This one right here. So I need to touch up my nails again. And we will be cleaning up the edge, so not as big of a deal. Like super itchy today. I'm going to use the what appears to be the darkest brown in the palette. It's also like Ashley a Pear Brown, Cocoa Drizzle on the outer corner. To blend that into the crease a little bit. It's kind of blended in, not much, but that'll do for what I'm trying to do. And then I'm going to do the other eye and I'll be back. Okay, so now I'm going to do the lid. Made me a little nervous. I'm just because I'm not a fan of the type of formula this is, but I'm gonna actually first do Falling for You, which is the shimmering green, and then I'm going to add Fall Vibes a little bit further in. Now I'm gonna do it on my finger. So this is a nice deep green. Oh, not really on the eyes. I'm liking. Now we're going to add the glittery one. This is definitely a pressed glitter. Yeah, so this is the difference between the obviously there's a lot. There's the glittery side versus just the shimmer. So the glitter is definitely giving you more of an impact. I mean, that's what happens. So I'm going to clean it up as usual. Let's see if you can do it without lighting. It doesn't pick up very well on camera for some reason, especially with this great lighting. I'm going to put liner on, clean it up, finish the rest of my makeup, and I will come back and give you my final thoughts, because this is the last look. So yeah, this palette is very cute. It fits in with the Too Faced theming of adorableness. It actually, so it's like a little collection, not really, it's just this palette and also this lip, which I'm wearing along with a gloss. This was my mini from the holiday set that released. This shade should be much more orange if it's going to be called Pumpkin Spice, and we're going to get into this with the palette as well. I wish they had released Hot Buttered Rum in a full size. They have a Hot Buttered Rum palette, the mini palette. I think I prefer that to this. Yeah. So first off the bat, this is what it looks like. Does this look like a pumpkin to you? So I'm gonna tell you, like, you take away that and these 6 shades maybe, minus the pink, it's a pink, minus, and then just like take the 2 greens, and then this like brownish green shade. Also, yes, I have my mug down there. They would look like a pumpkin palette, but honestly, the pinks don't make sense, the purples don't make sense. But the thing is, I don't think this is supposed to be a pumpkin palette. I think it's Too Faced is trying to make a fall palette and just named it Pumpkin Spice because it's an easy way for them to be able to repackage and remarket this lipstick.
like Too Faced has issues with this frequently. But that being said, like there's purples in the peach palette. I don't see purple peaches, but you know, shades don't really make sense. The shade names don't really make sense. I mean, the purple sparkly shade is called PSL and Chill, so Pumpkin Spice Latte and Chill. What Pumpkin Spice Latte is purple? I think this palette is really pretty. I think you need to look past the fact that it's called a pumpkin palette or a pumpkin spice palette, because it's not. I think I would have liked if they released it in the small size, like the Hot Butter Rum palette, because the Hot Butter Rum palette makes sense. Let me get it for you if you don't have it. This is the Hot Butter Rum palette. It's one of their little mini palettes, which they should do more of, I 100% think. And it makes sense. It's very small and it's very compact. Yeah. The thing missing from this palette, majority, there is not one sparkly orange, there is not one sparkly brown, there's not one sparkly red. It's just a missed opportunity, 100%. Like if the first look I ended up doing all matte because there's no shade to add to put it together. There's not even a gold. So I feel like I will use this palette to put like, I really like the mattes that I looked for the all matte look, but I don't like doing all matte looks. So, I mean, and that's, if you want to, that's you, but I would definitely see myself pulling in like this shimmer shade, even from the peach palette. I have a couple shimmery golds that I can pull in from there. So let's go ahead and talk about the formulas. Not a fan of pressed glitters at all. They make me kind of cringe. The green one is good. The shade called One a Piece of Me, which is this like middle kind of purpley blue shade, doesn't last, so not great. Like the two shimmery purples, not great. I feel the shimmer shades in this palette are not as good as other Too Faced shimmers. They're not as good as the shimmers in here. They're not as good as the shimmers in the peach palette. And I'm talking about the original peach palette that comes in this metal packaging that looks like this. I did not try the gingerbread palette or the gingerbread extra spicy palette, which coincidentally was less spicy, because people loved that. That's why I wanted to get this. And apparently this looks very similar to the gingerbread palette, which you then get a thing that Too Faced does like to release things with, you know, to get some sort of hype off the holidays, which is fine. That's how Too Faced works, that's how a company works. I used to be the biggest fan of Too Faced. It sounds extremely negative. They used to be my favorite brand. Just to be honest, a lot of their stuff has not appealed to me in a while. I think this palette is okay. I love the packaging. I'm not gonna lie. I am going to love using this palette still. I just don't think their shade, it's certainly not the worst Too Faced palette I've used. I've decluttered a lot of Too Faced palettes. I just think they had already had such great formulas, and it seems like this one is not up to their standard. In terms of pricing, this is expensive. So this is a $49 palette. It's limited edition. It is available at Ulta. Right now, I'm assuming it's also available on their website. I'm sure you can find coupon codes and stuff like that. If you have Ulta, you can use your points on it, so you could get it. I spent full price on it, but because I wanted to review it, and I haven't bought a Too Faced palette in a while. I've gotten some, like I got this as a gift last year, but like a full-size palette, this is now my second one I have, because if you watch my declutter video, which I can put in the cards if you somehow haven't seen it, I only have 2 of these types of palettes. I have some other palettes. I still have the Peachy Mattes, which I love for this time of year. Side note, let me know if you want me to do some sort of fall look or video, or just like a fall palette collection, because I set up my fall palettes and I'm really excited about them. I don't feel like it sits up to Too Faced standards. But hopefully they can come out with more stuff that does, and they can kind of get back on track. To be honest, I think there's a Too Faced hate train going through, and I'm not saying it's not unwarranted, but I think, like, I don't know what they have to do to get people back on their side. But yeah, this comes off as kind of negative, but it's an okay palette. You know, maybe it'll be like the ABH Jackie Anna palette, which I did not like at first with my first impression, but then I ended up really loving it. I think there's some uniqueness in this palette, but not everything. I feel like the shade that I used today in the Crease Sweetie Pie is a very unique shade. I feel like there's a lot of more unique browns and plums in here, and I wish the whole palette kind of was like that as well. Yeah, also side note, today on my face I'm wearing the Too Faced Natural Face Palette, which is on sale during the Ulta 21 Days Beauty, so if you want to pick that up, I recommend this Too Faced palette. It's all about preference. So thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, give me a thumbs up. If you like makeup videos, I do them. I do 2 videos a week. This is going to be the first video of the week, which is coming a little bit late, but I thought this is the way to go, and either you'll have a vlog or possibly the second part of my Disney sing-along series will be coming up at the end of the week, so around like Saturday or Sunday. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next one. Bye.